Hello, Drew Stone here. I'm gonna read a poem that I wrote. Here it is. Here we go. Within the I'm gonna magnifier lens, you're fired. My ass is a special indignation, pinched at the hoop. No problem, wanna play politics? We can play get the fuck out from now on. I'm not gonna open my door to the unwilling, unwise, or unapologetic. When while, the silence, often, majorly theorizes in safe mode, used towards a more organized and peaceful world. Unscrupulous AWOL nation will never be a female royal or noble heirs. ETA already RSVP to the young bloods, kiddos, something to pass life. Think about talking these power words in your home. Who were you? Letting the singularity slip into the night. Tonight is tonight, a very special melody sung. Once again fallen upon polytheistic couplings. Derogatory elementary understanding. Garnished reputation before high school geometry from somewhere around camping. The fives, and giving those high ones 8 intelligibly, as is my most important favorite number of all. Spades time is art and therefore irrelevant. Wondering these astral projections, connotations deliberately placed, each and every lace, a placeholder in memory, afore previously mentioning abandonment. Never once feeling these pompous nor circumstance inherent in my mystique. Floats on furthering any and every science known to my speech. Celebrates cerebral cortex, place of vast interstellar introspection. Lens is the only one way to travel that far in space. With no spaceship, black nor white shades, neither shake nor spear, but a sword, mace, and walking cane. Rods and reel are for fishing, silly. Never minded these old-time rules. In silence awakening, traumatic linguistic, fanatical fantasy are a byproduct. Rules in silencing awkward, traumatic linguistic, fanatical fantasy are a byproduct of not getting enough sleep. Never needed the sun to see through. My target is the objectified excerpt in expressing certain variable, viable, and category. Like the shelves at the library, the little shelves with the card catalogs. See me sometimes cannot fathom. Considerations to set an end date on a planetary exploration. Exacerbating vertebrae I see in reflection. Spinal tapered in accordance to those space explorers who have passed beyond both Earth and Moon, Sun, time, and space. Mercury's listerial vernacular celluloid explosive remedy realizes itself once keeping the peace. People let law enforcement left to the local police station. Don't worry, I'll be acquitted by the end of this song. Slick ticking time bomb that adults who are now known as little people, aged 5 to 13 to 14 or so, whereby proper mannerisms betray you in place. Simply soaring on a shore, wind deity. No problem for me is Cook County's greatest apparel, appetizers, and lean cuisine, given out by my second to last earthly possessions. All I have anymore besides my own, which is a Chromebook, fumble reading. Summaries in grade school lead me to being peaceful all my life. I've never read a textbook, not once, and everything that which were considered considerations towards my particular field of science, trying to kill you softly like the Fugees. All B's are G2, mother's sting, father's floats. Need extra inflammatory postulations taken from a fictitious green-gold planetary alignment, made at just before the buzzer, trying on for Sia's passion of mine, interrelating ceremonial burial urns or ate the ashes not before eating a big meal of painkillers and cotton swabs, altogether intertubes, practically pogo stick, busted out. Don't just stand there and show her a trick, giving myself a bit more motivation than normal to cover my base assertion. Known to me as my childhood favorite nemesis, the Shredder. No Craigs was not 8, but Uranus housed that for a brain matters solely. Defined subject with both eyes closed, straight off the tempo. Iambic pentameter. Silly aster relays experiencing delays, currently due to an all-pervasive understanding. Underworld or seventh circle of yellow includes sisters, mostly without hoods, leaving the paralysis planet controlling reflection, reflexive crucifixion on the majority beliefs. If pertinent and useful information exists, it wills our soul. Will Hades' bleak bastard an asinine assignment towards cleaning out cobwebs previously on tilt, just as leaves race in springtime or loaf like a non-churned leche diary product. According to Tempo, time signature redelivered 33 and a third tailbone represents spinal tap backbone of our solar system's laundromat. Takes about 4/4, not a jack of spades nor a tail from the crypt. Listening at this point, these murky depths shadow even the most moist, while damp, heroic heroines' stories told. This particular recycling center holds $8 with an interstellar xylophone. Plausibility plays them bones, cook the barb, throw another shrimp on the barb, says China's infanticide relates as much with overpopulation as does with capital punishment, alluding towards certain angular vibe, depending on a codependency between the world whereas we used to know it as high heaven or the upper atmosphere, gradually as carbon emissions deplete our ozone layer, foam planet Earth protective becomes ion, more pear-shaped than apple or round, spherical meaning 0, pears are perfectly round, just like the only true line is a circle. These four forces combine to create a Captain Planet type of monologue montage. See slippings, rifts, slides while planets align. Takes the Fifth Corporation Explorer for a small spin, each planet in stare, and redesignating a crescendo from Deus knows no limitation, neither nor for celestial property, concerted a single pictorial of wild boys like Willy Wonka and me, of course. Now nothing like least dinge possible for the skeet ball, sands, rollerball, or slight slide down the staircase. S-days are over now. Needing carried 7123 hypotenuse shows the grade in organizing proper angular vortex path of the Trail of Kings. QH stays forlorn. Riverside, Inri, mirror on the wall. Planet Venus positively as a shade creates calligraphy and porcelain dolls scattered across the voids of rivers running with the blood clouds above nestled in the conclave of the moon. Can you take it while I fake it? Cutting both wings, locust and dragon well. Grasshopper for Japanese hornet, invasive species. List ping red flags for me of assertion domination. I'll leave it severed. Limply lines the martini glass of margarita socks. Stalemates for a nice river floating across. A continuity backdrop. Final last thought. Though chance to become forgiven underestimates how possibly properly dictates marginal title raising disbelief. Tunnel of love, rising house of the rising Venus finally represents my first poetry passion. Hearts inclined to the victor goes the spoils. I had my chances that romance says possibly include another administrative holographic visionary. Steal its curtains simultaneously pressed, curtails, baton calls upon all of our long-lost loves twice before resume. A luminescence moon illuminates forest from the trees, sides held in swapping polarity. In case you haven't noticed, a rapid rise, yet yeah, I should have got up and left you too. My old saying, just like my family has done before me, unapologetically might I add, a twist of Cain's legacy. Pride twisted, view glass lids, stars into the abyss, altogether with the wind cloud and metaphysical gateways. Doors towards heaven slides and safely at third base coach waves none further after the balk. Took hooks of gold rushes, panned back where world collide without ever having known. Guesswork continually cues, compromising stationary spits and speaks babbling brooks from underneath. Now at last chance farewell, waving salute hand in hand, and the entrapped now ensnared by the lethargic tentacles blackened. Octo quickly sands train to those kids who speak someday of a nice sun-kissed river ride exalts. Second place at the best, and the first watches suspicious observatory locates in an entrapment. Snares of bridging nocturnal rainbows divide Rainbow Road by approximately 850 years old. And earth ripples and sidewinders across the bonds rotations, more like a hamburglar, happy meal, double archways, dark side of the moon. Sing you a small tune. Just so you know, this is all I know how to do. It's a singing while flipping burgers on the grill. Full slabs of sirloin ribeye ladders, winding staircase calls upon the elephant graveyards as the majesty of creation final glimpse at the graveyard just before exploring the beauty found in innings. Incidental escape technique cues dangerously slides beneath the Ursula blackened inks. Blotting stares paint while stinging. These darknesses have no end. In a roundabout dyke cornerstone deliverance crushes bone into a pearl of golden nugget. Nugget is nothing is heard, nothing is said. Daring sadness, rarely siphoned. Spinal fluid squashed by sheer gravity, cut into threes, antagonizing remainders push stardust in reverse solar system strung like beads, biting each intersection to the chest skin sweet. Fast pass back to the intermediate water slides takes approximately 50 to 55 years before approximately having sawdust, possibly sending a premature pearl not organized enough to experience true love, having died by the sword, gun, or blade. Baskets, darknesses, brides part, cleaning, cauterizing every lustful wish, every deliberation made of haste, and incidentally where roses, teething, vine poles subsiding, elongated weeds under bed, and mermaids made their choice, as with dolphins, and money happens to be the Neanderthal, all captivated by an inadvertent backlashing. Just do it, half-pipe. One once similar to Tony Hawk's first 900 is finally contested and beaten, recorded by a really cool kid, an adult, more than myself by 100 times at most. Simply put, we've teetered and tottered, especially wobbled. Merrily now we go around, steadily signatures blend as my life's last wish to see beyond my dreams. Dual specular tonoscope, kaleidoscope back where we left her at age Jupiter to get more 777s. No, not colliding that with that fat ass can kiss my very own front row seating arrangement, while our fellow space-seeking companions wondered in tremendous excitement over our 500,000 years preparing for this very moment, until the reverse turn babes hooven peptides, gray, guarded, sweet Lake Superior shores from Canadian Mounties who seek to bask in the pure water, real tear drop of the earth, here at Ironwood, Michigan, on October the 2016, can we finally acknowledge a helping mate, how whom above all else seeks to meet up, companionship, company, blues, springs forth, marching his win-win, forte big band, always in tune, as depiction helps in considering a feminine aspect ratio, covers up any potentialities to fucking up these long-awaited breakthroughs. Technology, fortunately challenged by frail, heightened hippocampus, requires sanctions, yet see not as in the same regional Shahara law has been revoked by state legislatures, transmuted into English. Stereotypical eyes cannot bask in the sun, cannot understand the furnace, is that very tail end in a 6x6 cuisine, salt shaker, spun, spindled postulation, possesses universal by decree of the kaleidoscope and spirographene. Escalator now required no longer than until totter teetered, later Holmes, good show. First 1080 performed by a man boy no more than 14 years of age. This is true. I will die without aid here. Covered, completely captivated by blackness, Saturn embarks a single scoping backflip, blight, blasking. Yet another encampment further beyond headeth for a day. Who's yet to come crumbling down, sometimes called on the automatic lawn sprayer and seed spreader. Equipment can be moved back on the Nerubian base warehouse. I call it the coin purse, becoming brainworks. Matters unconditionally, integrity can only perform. Don't evict me, flaccid and blaze, spinning extra yarn from the dream catcher, scrosus, braids hairs from earth kick start these daredevil attempts, evil canola. Rips shitty so fast, pouring out with a confidence, spins the handle full throttle and rips that monster engine like only a green bull knows how to Java mocha. On a Caribbean cruise, mean bean, watermelon, bubble, and chablis, ensnaring the estranged Enkian and Lil and Purple Dynasty. Rehab retreats, hashes Hippocratic Mercury, realizes soaring over self-preserved motivations to start the router belt and aggregates undeniable aggravation to where insulin and top crocodile comment Mario paint pen cuts through our wrist and drinks a glass of some shit and piss and through our legs, trying to show us how Neptunian referees having has the ability to see instantly forgiveness for late Daredevil's registrations. Never before seen an attempt at a Copper Peaks ride skips over both victims, energy vampire pacifier, blackjacks, and white caps. Look out for the tree asylum from fears and lies for a nice stank of Gibbet County's very own adjacent ceiling Indian Head and Wake Fields of professional mountain Zion ski sports. Riding these chairlifts, fear finally gives up. Found lost waiting in the Tropicana Calle de Ciudad en las Urenas de Apartamente Posible. Entiéndase saber un otro y uno más, pero no sé cuándo que pasó, a veces no o nunca más. Ayúdame al mucho por la mente, ayuda. Sam quiero hacer un mucho grandes. Bienvenidos, Cesar. Delectabilicon umbilicals. Shore umbilical imbecile skips the double Dutch for an upside down Christ head, but only in reference together now as in below. Relativistically mental. Camera's trajectory runs in 3x5s, a single quid por sus amoritas. Amora queen pushes past sanguine eyes for a lid off these roasted surprises. Chestnuts bake on chimney corners, bacon in the superior high. Good people goodness can muster. Hurry on over the skyscrapers, manifolds waving by a high, as a scene from the Matrix where Trinity performs a double front flip. Down Mallard's dripping buildings, washing all windows while watching out for nugget ribby, and an irregular, delicately unprecedented as single motorcycle dip in the set, in a majority volition diving dumpster and an indigo mint iced tea, perhaps for another coloring in sets of 5. All the same spark fuels weathering is currency incentive towards building both red and brown dwarfs, Sprite and green Van Halen. Clouds act as a suction cup, blankets collecting human sass, mittens and candy canes as permitted by Thebes' thesis structural integrities of atmospheric repositories. Finally seeking P. Topanister scratching the record speech. Scratches notches while evil Bullwinkle engages the off-ramp. Having a nice staying aviation invocation, my best western makers mark swoosh 23 off the sun-kissed spirit hairs, for she all one. I know everything indeed, man, and one for all, from the free throw Rocky rocking 21 and not 19. Pilot's crowned helmet tucked in ears, locally Walsh's watches, wraths, creamy green McKindle Bronx, Fort Knox, washes behind them all, too now sublimates, sidewinding. There's a bomb in Manhattan. I'm going to be really angry. That's the crazy 8. The 8's as crazy as a ride that drives me crazy. For Die Rider can fly to Falcor, a Heisman goal line's defense, trotting off daily clown gesturally. La Joker's 52 semanas. Designed Cuatro Cinco, no trace porters, Milky Way exit, screams the crowdfunders, roars Pluto's divine arrows, perfect 10-10-220 landing dial at equal B, and save on time signatures, reclamations, getting scarce as cake, 2 years at once X, one love, globetrotter trophy cases decides to give us a hand in guiding our dying dead beliefs. Will and must pay the greatest toll by trolls, relatively perturbation mantle for a sneak peek at the new 69th degree leaves, shooting onward and upward, traversing across 35 equals 0 and 34 equals 1. Slaps on the wrist, R4, suction cups and sissies, finally landing motocross entire solar systems, and window panes of course receive a high score, but I don't mean to gloat, accompaniment eludes this chance, stances lay and moon's red hue, maybe this rectifier of possibility and truth, where at once atrium, artif, chimigwich, nishimia, miriwin, modelo, non-alcoholic nor ferment, actually rediscovery, melting polar ice caps, while earth plane stabilizes. You'll never take me out to the ball game. You take me out to the crowd, knee pig me alive. See, period. I'm a witch doctor tripping on those 99 problems. Hit me J space freckle, need me ace to complete the sexual set tomorrow. Dance, jump on it equal B. Humility, save for satire, poetry. By Andrew Alexander Douglas. Oh, Madonna, yeah, bitch, that's right. Nice caterpillar worm world of cuttlefish, Kyle's pubes, pew, nom nom, PewDiePie. Nam Nam, Peekaboo rides in the line by Drew Stone. Now you see me, now you don't. Ho ho ho, I'm a nice little country boy, IRL, Eagle Scouts honor, one love at all ties and times already been signed. I don't know the future or our mind reader, that's only for cool people. I'm not a prophet, immortal technique, but that's the fucking probability of a great work of trashing alchemy with memorization and still don't know what a prophecy is or a philosophy or a felicity or some kind of oath, quotate or saying, slogan, motto, trust or truth from a big fucking book of quotes. Pip pip, rin tin tin canine anonymous, expect us. I mean me, one right, I win. Whoop whoop, same cards every time, he always wins. Ah, don't be mad at Big Daddy, be mad at the delivery guy. It's not his fault if he can't. If he has, or don't be mad at the delivery guy. It's not his fault if he has wool teeth and cannot read from shame of opening unhomogenized hemoglobin, artificial blood sweetener, aka god milk. A tint of the calcium alkalinity. Cheers, motherfuckers. Make some noise. Golden flow of knowing. Rainbow Warrior Clyde. Cheers. Oh. Love y'all. Peace.